What's up, YouTube? It's Josh coming at you with my November pickups. Stay tuned. So welcome back, everybody. So November was quick, man. It just blew by. Before I knew it, it was over. We're here with the pickups video. This month was a little bit light. It was actually by design. I set out, I was like, I'm not going to buy as much stuff as I normally do because I was going to save up. Christmas time's coming. You know, you got a lot of stuff. Got to take care of the kiddies. You got, you know, want to try to hit some sales. But truthfully, I really didn't even hit any sales. So it was kind of, like I said, by design, but it was also kind of light out there, out and about. So any of you that thrift, you know that thrifting isn't easy. You go, it's hit or miss. If you go a lot, like I go a lot, you'll find times where you'll go 5 or 6 times in a row to different thrift stores and you'll find nothing. And then all of a sudden you'll hit just boom, you'll hit a bunch of stuff and it'll be awesome. But so like I said, a little bit lighter than what my last few videos have been, but let's see what this beer is we got. So today we are drinking the Firestone Walker Propagator Nectaron IPA. Because you know I love my IPAs. I know some of you hate them, but and that is a tasty one too. This is a 5.6% alcohol by volume, 30 IBU, single hopped IPA from Firestone Walker. They're out of Paso, Robles, California. They are a national distribution, obviously, because I'm on the East Coast, they're on the West Coast. I've had a few of their beers on the channel before. Haven't been disappointed so far. I think I had 4 or 5 different ones that they've had. Really good. If you guys get a chance, if you're in that area, I have no idea where Paso Robles is, but I'm sure some of you guys do. Check them out. They make some pretty tasty beer. All right, so moving on to the pickups. So I'll break it down like I always do, kind of to where I pick this stuff up from, whether it's thrift stores, junk stores, yard sales, whatever else it was too. We're gonna start off with a Facebook Marketplace deal. I actually just picked this one up like a couple of days ago. Nothing spectacular, but it was all PS3 games. I got these games for, it's like 22 of them here. I think I paid $25 for it, the stack of games. Like I said, nothing is like spectacular in it. I'm actually only gonna probably keep like about 5 or 6 of them. The rest of them I'm kind of just gonna shuffle them along as where they go. But I got a copy of MLB The Show 16. There's a couple MLB games in here. Not big on the sports, but for $1 a piece, I figured you can't go wrong with them. Killzone 3, Killzone 2, Sports Champions, NBA 2K12 with a busted the shit case, The Masters, Tiger Woods 12, I think that's what it is, Madden 12, Madden sucks.
Madden sucks.
MLB The Show 14, MLB The Show 11, MLB The Show 13, somebody like their baseball, Call of Duty 4, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, Call of Duty Black Ops, somebody like their shooters, Call of Duty Ghosts, a loose disc copy of Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter 2, a loose disc copy, well, it has the instructions and stuff, but it's in like a GameStop case, of Mafia 2, which I already have as well. 2 copies, I don't know, I'll get that from the same person, of Uncharted 2, which I already have in multiple forms myself. A copy of Uncharted 3, and the 5 games that I'm going to keep that I didn't have in the collection out of this set: Medal of Honor Warfighter, Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, Battlefield Bad Company 2. Never actually played that one. Played Battlefield 3, but never played the first 2, so I'm going to have to check them out. Payday 2, and the best one of that bunch was Fight Night Round 4. Honestly, there was like about 8 other games when this thing popped up, and I was quick to respond to it. The other games were actually much better games, a little bit more value. Some of them were duplicates of things I had, but there were things that were definitely far better trade value as well. A couple of the Spider-Man games, which are big time. They were all listed. These were all listed at $2 a piece when the lady listed them. I hit her back pretty much immediately, like, hey, I'm interested in some games. Here's the games I'm interested in. I gave her like a dozen games that I was interested in. And she hits me back a few minutes later. She's like, well, here's 7. The 7 of the 12 that you asked are still available. The other ones someone else has already called and spoke for. I'm like, okay, so a couple of them were still some pretty good games. So I'm like, okay, let me know where you're at. you know, I'm interested in coming. If you have anything other video game related, boxes or anything like that, hit me up because, you know, I collect. So silence. So silence goes by for like 2 days. So I figured this thing's gone. It's out the window. So she finally hits me back. She's like, I still have some of these games. Of course, a few of the ones that I wanted were gone. There was like the two Spider-Man games that were still available when the first time I texted her. But out the window. So I just picked these up. I said, I threw an offer at her. I'm like, how about you wanted 2 a piece for them? How about I give you $1 a piece? I'll just take them all. Lots of junk there, but I added a few games that I wanted. And I got some filler. I got some other stuff that I'm bundling up together to get rid of anyway. So moving on to the next thing. We'll go with the thrift shop stuff next. So this is everything I found at the thrifts right here, starting now. Some of it's not video game related. I'll start with that stuff. Just some CDs that I found. I found Limp Bizkit, Chocolate, Starfish, and the hot dog flavored water. From way back in the day. I actually never had that CD, but you know, everybody heard Limp Bizkit back then. Ozzy Osbourne, No More Tears. Classic. Rat. Can't go wrong with Rat. That's for you, Tony. And Van Halen too. A couple of them that I didn't have, but hey, they were cheap. Like I said, the thrift shop, you can't go wrong with that when you find something good. A couple of sealed movies that I got. I got a copy of Blu-ray of Fight Club. It was brand new sealed with the Walmart sticker on it. And this one also had the Walmart sticker on it. It was Chronicles of Riddick trilogy. I don't think I've ever seen the final movie. I know I've seen the first 2, Pitch Black, and I think the second one's just called Chronicles of Riddick or something like that. But anyway, and then the last thing I picked up was a nice, clean, not brand new, but copy of the Super Mario Brothers show on DVD. That was all the DVDs and stuff that I picked up from the PlayStation 1. I picked up 2 games from the thrift, 99 cents a piece. Can't go wrong with it. I changed the case out on this one because it was all busted as shit, but it's a complete copy of Jet Moto 2 and a nice, clean copy of Atari Anniversary Edition Redux. For the Xbox One, can't go wrong with a $1 game. That's why I buy them. But Just Dance 2014, I'm on the hunt for a new Xbox One for my daughter. Maybe for Christmas I'll get one. I'm not sure. They're just as hard to find the freaking Xbox Ones as it is to find the Xbox Series X now. Seems like it is anyway. For the PS3, I picked up 2 games. Picked up Dragon Age Inquisition, and I picked up the Beatles Rock Band. I actually had this one already, but I had a couple of extra Rock Band guitars. I'm just going to bundle it together with those and try to sell that so I can get rid of the guitars. I also picked up a copy of Skylanders Giants for the Wii U. I have this game already for the original Wii. My kids have it, so it's kind of passed on to me. But didn't have it for the Wii U, so like I said, 99 cents. Gotta go on it. So for the PS4, I did find some games at the thrift this month too as well. I found Just Cause 3, Day 1 edition. The Crew, the Wild Run edition. PlayStation VR demo disc number 3. I had 1 and 2. My kids love the VR. I play it a little bit, but I don't play it nearly as much as they do, but I thought it was kind of neat to pick that up since I already had the other 2. And Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Advanced Edition. Rainbow Six Siege. Also found a copy of the original Battlefront for PlayStation 4, but the only reason I picked that one up was because it was $2 and it was sealed. So we'll see. I think I may have that one already. I have to look through mine. And I also found this one too, which you never see Switch games at the thrift shops, and you can see it was $2.50. This was like one of the local church thrifts in my area. But Just Dance 2020, $2.50. Couldn't pass that one up. I actually found 2 NES games at a thrift. They're duplicates. They're nothing special, but to find them at the thrift, find them in these plastic cases that are the Nintendo cases. Pretty rare to see them at the thrifts at all. It wasn't the Goodwill. It was another local. Kind of a chain thrift, but it's only local to this area, I believe. It was RBI Baseball 1 and 2 that I found, and number 1 also had the instruction booklets and stuff in here too. But I couldn't pass them up. $3 at the thrift. I mean, the cases are probably worth that. And a buddy of mine actually, he was talking to me about wanting to pick up an original Nintendo, nostalgia, right? And the one game that he requested that he absolutely loved as a kid was RBI Baseball. So I said, I've already got these 2, but I'm going to pick these up, and I'm going to pass them on to him. I found a PSP game, Twisted Metal Head On. It's a nice, complete copy of that. I don't even have a PSP. It's actually the second PSP game that I've picked up now because they're just so dirt cheap. Couldn't leave them behind. I'll either pass them along or eventually one day I'll get a PSP. Some Wii games I got, nothing special here, but games that I didn't have for the collection. Kids still love playing, especially these games, the Just Dance Greatest Hits. Game Party's kind of hip-hop dance experience. Any of the dancing games, the kids, like I'm telling you, they still tear them up. Big Beach Sports. This one's going into a bundle of a Wii. A couple of these are that I'm going to sell. Disney Princess, My Fairy Tale Adventures. Unless you have a wee little girl that you would like, let me know. I'll send it your way. No problem doing that. Family Party, 30 Great Games. And this one looks kind of wild, because I've never seen it before. I mean, it's shovelware, obviously, but Super Fruit Ball for the Wii. For the PlayStation 2, just 2 games. Splashdown, Rides Gone Wild. Actually, that was just a pickup this morning. Looked interesting. Jet ski game. Of course, Sly 3, Honor Among Thieves. Nice copy of that. Missing the instruction booklet. Had a Bakugan card in it, but whatever. Like I said, for a couple dollars, can't go wrong with it at the Thrift. One original Xbox game. I got X-Men Legends at the Platinum Hits. It's complete except for the case is just an Xbox 360 case because it was busted all shit, and I didn't have a Platinum Hits case to swap it out in. Picked up NBA Jam. Picked up Halo 3 ODST. I swore I had this game, but I don't know. Must have lost it somewhere along the way. A copy of Left 4 Dead 2. A copy of Dead Rising. A copy of Bad Company, the first one, so I'm definitely going to play the first and now the second. And a copy of Dead Space. And finally, from the Thrift, the last 2 things I found, and you just never find these at the Thrifts too often, but this was another one of the local Thrifts. I found 2 GameCube games. GameCube games. The official World Series of Poker. Pretty lame game. This one's not much better. Starsky and Hutch for the GameCube, but when you're only paying $1 a piece, you gotta pick them up. So the Trader at my work, it's a huge company, and they have like an intranet. And they have a little classifieds thing. You can post stuff for sale. Video games, it's a category on there. So what I did was I went on there. I've actually sold a few things on there this month, and I found these just the other day at work. They listed a bunch of Wii games, $5 a piece. I hit the lady up. I said, look, I want these games if you can. She said, I have them in my car. I'm like, great. How about I meet you out here on site and we make a deal for it. I said she had a bunch of Mario games and some miscellaneous stuff that I didn't want. But she said, all right. So I meet her outside. She brings the bag. I picked out 4 games from the bunch. This one's not a Mario game. Never played it. I don't know anything about it. I'm gonna check it out, see what it's like. My Sims Kingdom. This was the only one that wasn't complete. It's missing a manual. It's not a hitter of a game or anything. I don't even know what to expect from it. The other 3 that I got from her are some great games though. I got a copy of complete Super Mario Bros. Wii, Super Mario Galaxy, and the one that I wanted because I did not have this one in the collection was WarioWare Smooth Moves, and that one is complete as well. And like I said, $5 a piece. You can't go wrong with $5 a piece for the Mario games. When the ad was posted up, she actually had Mario Kart, Smash Brothers Brawl, I think Galaxy 2. There was like 4 or 5 more Mario title games that I guess I must have missed out on because she didn't have them when I went to pick them up. But definitely can't get wrong with that. I'm going to add this one and this Sims Kingdom to my collection, and then these 2 will either be traded off to someone else or to GameStop or something of that nature. Someone who will want them and give them a good home. The next thing is the pawn shop pickups that I had. So I went to a different pawn shop that I hadn't been to before. I picked a bunch of games out. They had a dollar bin, so I picked out a bunch of them from the dollar bin. They also had a bunch more of other games too that weren't $1. But here's the ones I got for $1. I got 6 original Xbox games, a PlayStation 2 game, and a Xbox 360 game. So for the original Xbox, I got Mech Assault 2. These are all nice complete copies. This one had like a double disc in it. Hitman 2. Hitman Blood Money. Sorry for the glare. Reckless, the Yakuza Missions. NHL Hits 2003. Just Cause, the original. And then for the PlayStation 2, I got Total Overdose, a Gunslinger's hail in Mexico. Game Shack did a review on this one early this year. It's kind of looked kind of interesting, like a sort of like a Grand Theft Auto clone, so I thought it'd be worth checking out. And the last game I got from them for $1 was the Orange Box. This is actually a duplicate as well. Anyone's looking for a copy of the Orange Box, fantastic game. It's got Half-Life 2 on it. It's got the original Portal. It's got Team Fortress on it. 3 great games actually on one disc. So seriously, if you're interested, let me know. Always look at the trade. The last thing I got from that pawn shop was a copy of Kirby's Avalanche. Super clean copy. He had some other Super Nintendo games. I'd just been, spending a little bit too much money, so I didn't dig too deep into them. This one was relatively cheap, so I picked it up. It was one that I didn't have, and it looks really nice. The final thing I have for this pickups video is just some retail pickups. So at the recommendation of Back in the Day Gamer, back here at the end of October, I picked up a copy for the GBA of Monster House. I've actually played it a little bit, haven't dug into it like he has. He played it, he beat it, he reviewed it. Great review that he did. He also referred to another channel named Dongled, who does some fantastically entertaining reviews as well. You guys should check him out if you haven't. Check out Tony's video that he did on Monster House. Really cool little game. Like I said, I played a little bit of it. Haven't dug into it where I want to yet, but definitely going to. Picked this one up for $4 at the local junk shop. Tecmo Bowl for the Game Boy. Couldn't leave it behind for that price. This one is from eBay. I paid $1 for this. That's the reason I picked it up. Someone else, I can't remember who it was recommending. They said it sounded interesting. They hadn't even played it yet, but being the RPG, an espionage RPG, so a stealth RPG, sounded interesting to me too. So I want to try to get into that. I'm always looking for PlayStation 3 games. One of my favorites to collect for. Another one that I picked up off of eBay for $2. Like, put it in perspective. I paid $1 plus $4 shipping, so I paid $5 for it. So I paid $2 plus $4 shipping for this. So it was like $6 roundabouts. I have the first Darkness game, haven't played it yet, but I'm gonna try to get to them back to back. I think now that I have the second one, it looks like a really cool game. And even paying that for these games off of eBay, I know they're not really hitters, but when you're only paying $5 or $6 for games like that, that's kind of what you're going to pay when you go to either a thrift or a yard sale. In that range, you may pay a little less, but still, I don't think that's that bad. I picked up, this is a bulk lot of games off of Mercari. It was 4 PS3 games. I don't remember what I paid for it, but it was pretty cheap. It was probably like $20 for it all. Heavy Rain, I had this already as well. If anybody's looking for a copy of that, I know it's a pretty common game. It's a nice complete copy of that one, but I wanted the other 3 because I didn't have them for the collection. Got Overlord 2. That one looks pretty cool. This is a nod to my bloody Generation Pixel. The Legends of the Guardian. The Owls of Ga'Hoole.
Down, it's Legends of the Guardians on the Wii. Now, anyone who follows the channel and anyone who's been following this box will know that this is not the first copy of this game. It's the first copy on the Wii, but it's not the first copy I've got of this game. But there is an in-joke to that, so thank you very much. I think I now have all the Legends of the Guardian on every format that it could possibly come out.
And the last one of that bunch was Prince of Persia for the PS3. I picked up from a local game store. So the first one I picked up was a Tengen Vindicator's copy. This game kind of sucks, dude. I put it in, it's like, I don't know, it's like you're like a little tank or something like that. It pretty much blows. It kind of what reminded me more of like an Atari game than it did a Nintendo game. Obviously the graphics are slightly better, but the gameplay wasn't. Anyways, the next one we got right here is Muscle. Muscle's a little tag team wrestling game. I don't remember if they did the figures first or the game first and then the figures after the fact, but they actually made these little like wrestling figures for it. But it's a cute little wrestling game. Nintendo wasn't a great console for wrestling games, but this one was kind of neat. It's better than some. I picked up Rocket Ranger. Haven't put this one in and played it yet, so I really don't have any clue as to what to expect from it, but these were all common games that I picked up. Well, not totally common. That one's one of the common ones. This one was a common one as well. Al Unser's Turbo Racing. I swore I had this one already in the collection, but once I started looking in my price charting collection, I didn't have it, so I picked it up because it's only like $4. And then I picked up Werewolf The Last Warrior. This one actually, I saw Gamer Stranded did a review of it. It looks tough as nails. Definitely want to check it out. really cool to add it to the collection. And then the last 2 games I got from a different game store, because these came from one, these came from another, was a nice, super clean copy of Mad World for the Nintendo Wii. Definitely was one to add this one to the collection. Was glad that I did. If you haven't played this one before, it's kind of like a noir, like it's black and white noir, like just like you see on the cover of it here. And then it's very gory and bloody, and you see, so it's black, white, and pretty much red. Pretty cool. I've only played a little bit of it. I haven't really dug into it to try to get into it too far, but it was definitely one that I wanted to add to the collection. The final game I got was also from a game store, and it was a nice one to add to the collection for the N64. We got Castlevania Legacy of Darkness. Now, not bad as far as the gameplay is concerned. It's nowhere near as good as all the 2D Castlevania games. I don't know. Nintendo 64 was all about the 3D. That was what made it what it was. So, not a bad game. Definitely one that's not like super easy to come by, at least price-wise. But it's okay. I'm glad to have added it to the collection. So that is it for the month. I didn't take nearly as long. I think I'm like 10 minutes shorter than I've been in the last like 3 or 4 months with doing these. But hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving holiday, or if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, wherever you're at, you had a great month of November. We're heading towards Christmas. Going to be busy as heck for all of us out there. I hope to be able to catch a bunch of your content, you guys. Love talking to you, love chatting with you. The community makes it worth doing any of this stuff. Till next time, cheers.